Alright, so this morning we're gonna get some oatmeal going. So I actually use about 6 cups of milk, and then the oatmeal soaks overnight. I've got almost a gallon of milk in here. We're starting for some more cottage cheese. That's the butter left from Monday, which will probably all be used up when I make toast this morning. And then I have some cream that I just skimmed off of the gallon that went into there. I'm gonna see how it works to do like a 2% cottage cheese or whatever. And the cream that I got off of the fresh milk from the barn, and we are going to try and make more butter. Alright, so I got my 2 cups of cream. Actually, yeah, it's kind of between about 2 1/4 cups. And can I get this on with one hand? Like you'd think that would not be too hard, but apparently it is. I guess it's been about a minute. It's not whipped creamy yet, so let's keep going. The recipe I found said it should look like whipped cream after about 1 minute. So we just brought it up to about 3 cups. It doesn't, I mean, it's beginning. It's acting a little more like whipped cream. And it's been about 5 minutes, 5.5 minutes of doing this. So it definitely takes a lot longer than the recipe that I found tells me to do it for. They say once you've gotten to this point, like you can kind of see it looks like a whipped cream, thick whipped cream, then it's supposed to start becoming butter. So let's see how much longer this takes now. It's about 30 seconds. Another 30 seconds. It's beginning to slosh around a bit more. I think it's becoming butter now. It's another 30 seconds and it's really sloshing around. You can actually see, the butter forming in there a little bit already. Let's take a look. I see yellow. Here we go. We have butter and buttermilk. Alright, so here we have, you can see the buttermilk, like, so take this out. So the buttermilk is actually fairly well separated, and I just like to pour it in very slowly. Alright, so I've got most of the buttermilk that I can, just by pouring it straight out. And that's at about 1 1/4 cups. 1 1/4 cup buttermilk. And there's my butter. I gotta take it out and smoosh it and all that stuff. I do a quick cleanup of this stuff. I just I rinse it with hot water, put some more hot water and a dot of soap in there, and then gets rid of the worst of the junk. So here I'm just kind of like smushing it, and it's releasing more buttermilk. And I just pour the buttermilk in. Okay, so now I got cold water, and I'm supposed to rinse it in cold water, so. And now I'm going to squish it again to get out the water. Okay, so I'm still trying to figure out exactly how much salt I want to add to this. Last time I added a bit less than a half a teaspoon, and it was way too much. Well, way too much. It wasn't too much, so I'm going to do half of that. I'm going to do less than a 1/4 teaspoon, but I'm doing pink salt this time, so it's going to have a funny color. Alright, so I want to weigh this to see how much I have, so I'm going to start by doing this thing and zeroing it, and then I'll take this out and put this on. So yeah, 4.5 ounces. So about a half a cup of butter. out of a little more than 2 cups of cream. And also 1.5, it looks like, cups of buttermilk. Family already started eating, but this is what the oatmeal looks like. It's made with 6 cups of milk-ish, and then I actually pre-soak the oats. So it's 4 cups of oats mixed with 4 cups of water and a little bit of lemon juice. Alright, today is also bread morning. So I do sourdough. I made my sourdough starter a number of years ago. And I do, once the sourdough starter is prepped, I put 5 cups of flour, 2.5 cups of water, and then 2 cups of sourdough starter and sit it overnight. And then I add 3 more cups of flour. It's supposed to be add another 4 cups, but the house is drier in winter, and so I just take the 4th cup and put it to the side and we see if we need it. Usually I don't. And this makes me 4 loaves of bread. I used to do this in a stand mixer, but the stand mixer that I have now, I just don't like it for this. Plus, I do a double batch now. I used to do half of this and make 2 loaves of bread, and it worked nicely in my old stand mixer. I don't remember the name of the stand mixer. It was from Costco, and the bowl rotated while the mixer spun. And it was just really, really awesome for making my sourdough. I have not attempted to do it yet in my KitchenAid because I bought the KitchenAid oh my goodness, I don't know how long it was after my other one broke, and I had been kneading the dough by hand for so long already, because I've been making our bread for, oh man, 7-8 years. I've been making sourdough bread now. But my original video I actually made on sourdough bread was half of this, and I used my mixer, my stand mixer, in that video. Okay, so to prepare my pans, I actually just take an old butter wrapper and the butter that's left on the inside of it, and I just wipe down the pan with it until it's all coated in butter. And I do the same thing to my saran wrap that I use to cover. Okay, so I don't remember when I put this on. I think it was around 9, so it's been about 2 hours, and I need to check and see if it's at 120. Oh yeah, it's at 120. So I need to put my vinegar in. It's at 135. So I need to put my vinegar in and stir and get the curds out. Adding in about 3/4 cup of white vinegar. Yeah, look at that, it's working already. Now I need my spoon. Oh, I think I've used up all my wooden spoons. Use this for now then. Supposed to stir it for a minute or 2. Alright, so I haven't even been stirring for 2 minutes yet. It's maybe a minute. And look at this. This is my cheese. I gotta get this off and put it in a cheesecloth. Okay, so I'm using this. Come on, let go. All right, there we go. We got some. Put into there. And now get some more. Oh my goodness, this is just all stuck together. Oh, can I do this? Ah! Okay. No, I think what's left is just the whey. Yeah, this is just the whey now. I don't feel anything else in here. So I'm going to cook this to 180 and see if I get anything else off of here. And this is just going to sit in here and I'll rinse it out after a bit. This is turning out different already. I let it cook a little too much, I think. But, I mean, I'm basically just going to be mixing my cottage cheese and my ricotta cheese anyways. But that's the whey that has come out from having this just sit here while I was washing dishes. And now I'm going to rinse it with cold water. It's pretty much just staying like that. Well, let's see. This. This is my cottage cheese. It's a chunk. I'm probably doing this wrong, but you know what? The end result is probably going to be fairly similar anyways, so. So here's my bread. It's sitting to rise. It's been rising for about 40 minutes. And that has been sitting for about 40 minutes since I started that. And it is currently at about 150 degrees. So I have to wait till it's another 30 degrees, which will probably take me to probably another 45 minutes to an hour. And then I have to take that off, and that'll be ricotta cheese that I'll probably just mix in with that anyways, because this has got quite a bit of what would have become the ricotta in it, I think, because this whey is, well, it's yellow-ish. I don't know. We'll see. All right, that is the cottage cheese. It's one big ball right now. I've got this set up for this, which is hopefully to 180 degrees now. Let's take a look. It's 170. When I last checked, I was nursing the baby, so yeah, just barely over 180. And so what did they say? I think it was you're supposed to stir it. Okay, so this is like just barely at 180. And you can see when I stir, it lifts up a bunch of stuff. So I'm wanting that to clump together a little bit more, because I'm guessing that's my ricotta. And I'm guessing the first time I made it, I didn't quite do it properly. So I'm trying to get it up to a little bit higher heat. I'm thinking if I can get it to 185, 190, maybe that would be good. Honestly, that just seems to all have gone right through the cheesecloth. I don't think we got anything out of that. I just made a mess of my cheesecloth, that's all. Didn't get anything out of that. The bread has been rising for about 3 hours. I'm making refried beans for lunch. And my oven is ready for the bread to go in, so yay. Supper this evening is going to be easy. I had made lasagna last week, and that is what we are eating for supper today. This is how I like to put the bread in. I don't have 3 racks yet, so that's what we're going to have for lunch today. Well, silly me. I did all the video yesterday and I forgot to record the bread once it was done. We're already into a loaf. This is the bread. Like, so, yeah, that's a weekly thing for me, is doing the bread. I I'm hopefully going to be making butter on a more regular basis. I'm actually currently making yogurt again, so it is now in the sitting stage where I just let it sit with the culture in there, and that's just adding actual yogurt, Greek yogurt from the store. I just add into there. You can keep your own, if you keep like half a cup to a cup of your regular yogurt that you just made, you can use that as your culture the next time. But yeah, so yesterday was cheese day, today is yogurt day, and I got 1 more gallon of milk in my fridge downstairs that I want to use up, and it's kind of beginning to sour just a little bit. So, because it's been a week since we grabbed it. So I'm probably going to use it to make baked goods, because I don't know. I remember my mom making sour cream coffee cake and stuff. So, I mean, the butter that I made yesterday with the cream from there is really good butter. There's not a bit of sourness to it at all. So, I don't know. That's my that was my yesterday. My today is a lot more laid back. So, yeah. Thank you so much for watching.